Wanted to show some terminals, different variations. So this is my spider that I imported. I'll show you. It's got the quad or Octo Phat-Phlat leads. So you can use a ring terminal. This is a nickel plated 3M 8 gauge. What I do is I split them, and then I press one side down and then the other side down to kind of crimp it. The other one I get from my terminal vendor is this one. And sometimes you want to keep it like that so that it stands up like that. Let me show you. Like that. So sometimes you want it to lay down, and all you do is bend it. I just use a pair of lineman pliers. So then it'll connect like that. And then when you're doing these, basically you just put it on there, and then you kind of feel around. If you want to give yourself a little bit of slack to figure out and then you see where the tip is, and then that's kind of your measuring device. So that's actually a little too much. We'll take back a little bit so that way it overhangs a little bit. And then what I do is I use one pair of needle nose to hold it, like right here. Imagine that's in there. And then I use the Harbor Freight ones, which are stronger. These are not strong. These are good for fine work. This is these fucking cheap ones, man. I think they're like $1.50. These are strong. And I bend over one tab, and then I bend the other tab over, and then I use the linemans to squish it so I can get more leverage with that. I think that's a 8 or a 9-inch lineman plier. And then I trim the excess using my flush cut Hako dikes. And then I solder. And then the way that I solder, I got this old crusty guy. Depends on how you're doing it. You can put it in there like that, put it in like that. You just do one at a time, and it just helps protect the powder coat or the paint or whatever you're doing. So I wanted to show the other example on this Rockford, how I just I like the terminals to be even, and then I drilled out the center, just opened it up a little bit, so now it's got one terminal per side. That's because I use the dual 1 ohm coils that I got made. They have a taller wind height and a much taller former, which makes them real versatile in both the old and the new T2 motor. So I'm going to be getting some more of those made, as well as some dual 2, because I'm like out. Let's see, it's about 2 in the morning, so I'm a little groggy. I wanted to show you about this one too. So what I did was, this is the DC Audio 15-inch cone from Lord of Bass, and it comes with a 3-inch neck. But this is the Vato Xtreme coil, 60 millimeter wind height. It's the same as the Hutchinson Origin coil, Kapton former. And so then what I do is I use those little plastic rings. I told you guys I got these ones. I use it just as filler. I just clip one side and then fit it around there. I trim the leads, and then I go back over it with some yarn, black yarn, a couple times. Make sure the cracks are sealed. And then what I'll do is I'll come back with some epoxy, and I'll put down just a light layer. I don't want to put a lot, because if you take the chance of just making a pool of it and there's a leak, it'll fucking get everywhere. So I just do a light coat, and then come back after a couple of hours or even tomorrow, and then put on a heavy coat, so that way it can be proper. I think that was it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I'm tooling around, man. Doing a bunch of stuff. Love you guys. Talk to you later.